Videos where we stream games all the time. I'm Dro, and I'll be your host for today, and we will be playing Danganronpa Trigger Happy Havoc. And we are continuing off of what we were doing before. I believe we're still on Chapter 1. I'm not sure if we're on Chapter 2 or not. I don't think we are. But we are in the middle of an investigation for Sayaka's murder. She was murdered in the protagonist, my room. And, I am a suspect, but we have found clues that made me not a suspect, and we found out it might have been that red-haired dude. And we've already had one person killed right in front of us. We had Sayaka killed in front of us. So now we have to catch this one guy, and I forget how many were in the roster to begin with, but people are dropping like flies in the very first chapter. So it's going to be a fun time. I'm looking forward to seeing what happens next. I hope that you guys are too. I've been preparing for this moment with water. I'm out of water, so I might have to get up and get some more if my throat gets too dry. It shouldn't. I have rehydrated myself for like 3 glasses of water, so if I need to pee, I'm going to hold it in, but I definitely don't want to go rasp like I did on the last stream. I did a little bit more than usual. Usually my voice acting only works for about an hour, and then I start to get raspy. And sometimes it happens before that. It all really depends on the day. But I heard that if you practice your vocals enough, that you'll be able to consistently get better as you go along. It's like a muscle. So eventually I'm hoping, because when I was growing up, my talking was limited because my brain was apparently, according to the doctor, I'm not, pumping myself up and saying I'm some sort of genius or anything like that. But according to the doctor, when I was growing up, I didn't talk until I was 5. But according to the doctor, it was because my brain was moving so fast that my mind couldn't keep up with it. Well, I couldn't keep up with it, and I couldn't speak clearly. I could make noises, obviously. I can, that kind of stuff. I knew what I was doing. And they even did tests on my intelligence, and I was able to do I think it was a 5,000 piece word puzzle upside down. Yeah, I was able to complete it upside down within, I think, an hour or something like that. I don't remember exactly, but it showed that I had the aptitude for high intelligence. I wouldn't say that is a flex by any means, because because it's not what you're born with, it's what you do with it, and I didn't really do very much with the intelligence that I was born with. And that's partially a lot to do with the environment I grew up in, and then as I got older, I became kind of destitute for, like, my hunger for knowledge was kind of like stifled, I guess. Because life was hard, man, and I was more focused on trying to get myself and my shit together because I was constantly fucking up left and right. But, it is what it is. It's the past. I'm doing better now, and I'm here to entertain you! Like I said, thanks for joining me. Hello, viewer. How you doing? How is it going? We're about to go ahead and get started here. I talked enough. I love talking. It is my favorite thing. But we need to go ahead and continue on with the stream because I want to find out who the murderer is. So we're going to figure that out. I could not start the game ahead of time, so I apologize ahead of time because we have to wait a minute for me to start this beast. Because, even when you drop the volume all the way down on the music, it just does whatever it wants. Alright, come on. There we go. And now. Alright, let's see if it pops up. I think it should work fine now. There we go. Hell yeah. Alright, we're in the middle of the... Okay, we're still in Chapter 1. Good. So I haven't changed anything since then. We're going to continue on to Sayaka murder. Hopefully it saved everything that I was supposed to. I think I caught everything. Okay. already investigated everything. We have all the notes I believe. Okay, so let's look at some truth bullets here. Alright. Morikuma, victim of second. So let's review on what we were doing and figure out where we're at so I can remember and kind of refresh myself so I don't mess up. I did look at the previous stream, but I kind of lightly went over it so I can actually title this correctly. The time of death is estimated to be around 1:30 a.m. The body was discovered in Makoto's room in the dormitory. The death took place in the bathroom. The cause of death was a stab wound to the abdomen, and her right wrist appears to be fractured. Okay, so I had a lot of ideas while we were looking at that, and I believe it, the sword was self-defense. I believe that she was grabbed by her right wrist, or maybe she broke her wrist by accident by swinging. I don't know what it is. Normally, if you hit, and this is for my thoughts, normally if you were to strike a sword in a downward motion and hit the ground, I believe it would give you, quite a vibration. It would definitely hurt you because it would be a very sharp vibration if you were to hit, for example, a metal pole. Now, I've never swung a samurai sword or a replica and hit the ground. That would just be a waste of money because they're not meant to slash metal. They're meant to slash flesh. So you would end up fucking up the blade pretty badly. And if I owned a samurai sword, which are expensive, if I was to own one, I would not do that. Even if it was a replica, it would be expensive. Just the process of creating a samurai sword, where they have to fold it 1,000 times and temper it and then fold it and temper it over and over again. You can only imagine how expensive those swords are. So I wouldn't do it. So I don't know if the vibration of striking a sword or swinging it and scraping along the walls and stuff would cause any kind of wrist damage. But it's a possibility she could have done that in self-defense. So that's what I'm thinking. I don't know for sure. As you can see, there's a number of scratches and gouges on the bed and on the wall and floor. And they didn't really explain to me if there was any kind of scratches, did they? Makoto took this from the gym entryway and put it in his room, which is me, the protagonist. The sword was found out of its sheath on the floor in the middle of the room because there was slashing. The sword handle was missing some of gold coating as was part of the blade, which would be understandable considering that there was slashes everywhere. The person who was using the sword was obviously not an expert, and it was out of desperation. From what I can understand and see from the actual scratch marks. Now, yo! Brother, do you like arcade fighting games? If you're talking about Tekken, Street Fighter, or Soul Calibur, Mortal Kombat, those kinds of things, those are fun. I haven't been to an arcade in a while, but I do know what arcade kind is. I do have this, I did buy a SNK collection where they had a whole bunch of old fighting games like Streets of Rage and all that. And I also have the Street Fighter collection. I don't have the original Mortal Kombat anymore, although I do love 2 the most. If I had to say that my favorite arcade fighting game was, it was Mortal Kombat 2 Ultimate. It was great. Not Ultimate, 3 was Ultimate. 2 was regular. 2 was great though. It was probably my favorite one. Even though 3 had a great cast, 2 will always forever be in my heart. Mortal Kombat 1 sucked. I hated it. I mean, and I gave it a shot, so it's not like I didn't try it to make sure that I liked it. I owned it, and I tried it, and then I don't remember who exactly bought me the Mortal Kombat 2 for Super Nintendo, but I remember that as soon as we got 2, I didn't give it a shot. I was kind of distant about it. I liked my Super Nintendo more at the time. But of course, you live in a house where your brothers are going to play whatever they want and whatever. And I have 2 brothers. So I watched my brother, and he played Mortal Kombat 2, and then he wanted me to play with him, and I was like, it looks better. I might as well. And then I fell in love. It was great. had a arcade 1-up for Street Fighter Championship Edition that I wanted to see if you will want. Yeah, I'll take a look at it, man. That's actually pretty awesome. I actually was wondering, because I tried asking her about why you were doing it, and she never actually got into detail about why you were kind of just clearing out house. Is that me? Alright, on the night of the murder, Makoto and Sayaka traded rooms and room keys. When the victim was discovered, Makoto's room key was also found in Makoto's room. Sayaka had originally asked Makoto to switch with her when someone attempted to force their way into a room and she became frightened. So that makes sense. Toolkit. That's in there. Makoto's room cleanliness. Not a single hair was seen on the crime. In addition, the lint roller shows evidence of being used. And it was never used. See, and this is where it throws me off. So, she obviously used her own blood to write the message, and it's obviously saying Leon if you look at it in a certain direction. I don't know how the hell she ended up messing that one up. But it is Leon, because you can tell that that's a, I'm pointing at it, but you can tell that that's an N at the very end. Well, at the very beginning. So it is Leon. I just don't know how the fuck she ended up doing that. Like, was she looking through the mirror? But of course they would confuse it for 1137. Obviously. I'm downsizing some of the stuff because I fell out of love with collecting playing video games because one of my and plus I don't have the motivation to haul my heat stuff is on it as a storage room. I'd rather put that, my ADC pickup stuff, that might be a bag in. Oh, that's understandable. I'm sorry to hear that. It's rough, and honestly, it sucks. Your dad was a good man. It sucks so bad. But yeah, I get it now. I understand. Well, either way, just because we're family, what I can do is I will take whatever I find interesting, but if you ever want it back, minus the Atari, because I'm keeping that one, but if you ever want some of the stuff back, I'd be more than willing to give it if you feel better. I don't think that you're going to, but if you ever feel like you want to play some of the games again, or if you want some of the stuff back, minus the Atari, I will give it back to you, I promise. So it's no problem at all. I don't mind at all. Alright, we're going to look at Makoto's bathroom door was difficult to open due to yeah, we'll look at that. Bathroom doorknob. Yeah, it looks like he was trying to break in. Because it looks like they were partially or completely removed. He was trying to use his toolkit, so maybe we might find some clues in Leon's room about where we're going. Yeah, she told me you had another one. She said you had two. That's all. I was just fucking with you, but yeah. I love this, man. I love the Atari. Thank you so much, by the way. I cannot tell you how much I am thankful for that. That's sweet deal. Alright, let's leave the area and go move on to the next one. Sad that Sayaka's kind of destroyed here. There's the murderer himself. Let's go ahead and save real quick because I kind of want to make sure that I don't lose myself out of this. To the square. Let's save. I'm not going to save thing, but I don't know what's going to happen. So, in case there's a minigame, I guess. I don't know. Oh,
seems like
something does. Oh, sorry. Something doesn't seem right. The Monokuma file said Sayaka was killed in your room. I just can't stop thinking about it. Could it be the nameplate? Really? What's wrong with the nameplate? Huh? This is definitely my room, but the nameplate has Sayaka's name on it. Oh, that's an interesting little thing. This is Sayaka's room, right? But the nameplate has my name on it. The nameplates on my room and Sayaka's room were switched? So all the effort I put into switching rooms without anyone knowing was totally pointless? But why would anyone do that? Dorm nameplates have been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook. I'm not sure if this will be any kind of importance to it, but it is interesting to say the least. I don't think this will give me any kind of clue to the murder mystery, though. So we'll see.
Very strange. Miss Knight, what was Miss Mayuzo doing in your room? Let me just say this.
Most
I absolutely will not allow you to dispose any evidence in the trash room.
Do you really think I'm guilty? Alright, I want to go to Leon's room, so let's see if we can find it. There you are, Leon. As I placed my hand on Leon's door, I noticed a human-shaped blur come tearing out of the depths of the hallway.
Hey, you bastard!
Hold up! Hey! What the hell you think you're doing?
Huh?
I mean, seriously?
How does my room have anything to do with the investigation?
Well, I suppose that's a natural reaction to someone trying to go in your room without permission. Damn, dude, he went and fast trying to cover it. So he's automatically guilty. We know exactly who the fucking culprit is. Leon's a little shitball. Alright, we're gonna go ahead and find the trash room, which is right behind here. And see if I can't find any clues in there. We know you're the murderer, Leon. It's just a matter of time. We're going to find the evidence. Alright, so let's take a look. This is the first time I'm in here, so let's go ahead and explore some of this stuff here. Whoever's behind this must be using these cameras to observe our investigation, to force us into a situation like this. What the hell do they want from us? That's a good fucking question. Even here, there's a damn monitor. What is this? Let's take a look. It looks like some kind of switch. I wonder what it does. Nice! Yay, I got another Monokuma token. I knew I was gonna get that. There's a door right here. Leave the area? No. Oh, okay. I guess it's... Okay, it's 2D. Alright, let's take a look at this. There's a hatch on the floor. Rattle, rattle. The door won't budge. It must be locked. Nice! Alright, let's take a look at this. There's a sturdy gate here. No way to get past.
Monokuma appears! It's the end of the line. The trash room. This is where all the trash in the school eventually winds up.
How do you get this gate open?
No, you can't go any further. No entry beyond this point. Only the person on cleaning duty is allowed in.
Cleaning duty?
No, you can't go any further. No. No entry beyond this point. Only the person on cleaning duty is allowed in.
What? Who's on cleaning duty?
No, you can't go any further.
He's gonna say the same thing.
No. No entry beyond this point. Only the person on cleaning duty is allowed in.
This is stupid. It'd be faster to just go around and ask the others.
No, you can't go any further.
He keeps on saying the same shit.
No. No entry beyond this point. Only the person on cleaning duty is allowed in.
Cleaning duty has been added to the truth bullet section of... Hey, we can use this. We can definitely use this to our advantage. Let's go ahead and exit. There's nothing else here. Move on. Alright, so who's on cleaning duty? I guess I should ask around and see who's on cleaning duty. Here's one thing that I didn't consider yesterday. What if he had an accomplice? What if Leon had somebody else helping him out? That's a good question. Byakuya, can you tell me anything about this cleaning duty? No.
Such ignorance.
You're like a child lost in the woods. You know that? A total waste of space. What do you mean? Taka's the one who had many interests in organizing things like that. Oh, good point.
Seems like...
Okay, so they're gonna say the same thing. Let's take a look at the map and see who's in what room. Alright, we have Sayaka's room, them in the other room. The dining hall. I guess the next place is the cafeteria, because that's usually where your boy hangs out. But it looks like there's only her in there. So we're going to go ahead and check it out anyway and see who's on cleaning duty. None of these guys know what's going on. Hey, viewer, how's it going? Alright, so who else is here? Nobody? Just her? Alright, let's ask her and see what she has to say. Hina, are you investigating the dining hall?
Oh no, I'm just taking a break. Actually, I've been taking a break since we started. This is all a first for me, you know? I don't have the first clue what I should be doing.
I know what you mean.
And I don't know why, but being in the dining hall helps me keep me calm. So I know I shouldn't, but I've just been kind of hanging around here. To tell the truth, I was doing the same thing last night when Sayaka was killed.
Oh, wow. Well, you're no help. Hello, security camera. Are they always watching us? Don't they ever get tired of it? Jeez, it took everything I had even just to think about mocking them. It does take some energy. I guess there... No. Let's take a look at everything right here. What do we got for options here? We can look at it. Wow. I wonder if there's a time limit on the investigation. Well, it doesn't matter. Either way, I need to move as fast as I can. Yeah, you're on candid camera, my friend. I can't waste time worrying about these monitors. Forget it. I just need to erase it from my memory. Anything else? I guess we can look at this here. I'm just looking for Monokuma coins. Oh, well, look at here. We're in the kitchen. This is the first time I've been in here. There's a surveillance camera in the kitchen, too? Knowing Monokuma, he could be watching me. There's no way I could concentrate on cooking anything. Man, that's a lot of vegetables. There's a bunch of vegetables all piled up. I don't see anything noteworthy about any of it. Nice! Yay, I got a Monokuma token. Let's see, what else can I look at? The knives. Looks like we have a missing knife here. Well, it looks like one of the kitchen knives are missing. That must be the murder weapon. There are all kinds of kitchen knives here, big to small, but it looks like one of them is missing. Was it missing from the very beginning, or... I'd better see if anyone here knows more about it. Nice! Oh, and she said she was there the whole time, so she would know. Alright, anything else here? Ooh. Marbled meats, salted meats. Now's no time to be thinking about food. Speaking of food, I'm getting hungry just thinking about it. I need to get the fuck out of this kitchen. I'm hungry right now, for real. This is one of the monitors Monokuma appears on. They even put them in the kitchen. It's impossible to cook in here without thinking about how he could reappear any second. Don't jinx us. Okay, so there's really nothing else here to look at. I think we've reached the limit of this area, so let's get out of here. But I'm glad we checked the kitchen out. Now we can talk to her and see what's going on. And hopefully figure out this whole fucking mess. Hey, so, did you notice that one of the kitchen knives is missing from the dining hall?
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, weird, huh? I thought it was kind of strange. A knife just suddenly disappearing like that?
Oh, so it wasn't missing from the beginning?
That's right.
Nope. Last I remember, they were all lined up in a nice, neat row.
So when did you notice one of them had disappeared?
Well,
I went to go get some tea from the kitchen last night, and all the knives were still there. But when I finished my tea and went back into the kitchen to wash my glass, one of the knives were gone. So you're saying the knife disappeared while you were drinking your tea in the dining hall? Yeah. In other words, you were right there in the dining hall when someone came and took it. Then you should be able to say for sure. You can tell everyone I didn't come to the dining hall last night. Which proves I didn't take it. Nice! Fuck yeah. Aoi's account has been added to the Truth Bullet section of your handbook. Hey, by the way, did you really kill Sayaka?
What? No, of course not. I would never. Hina, do you really think I murdered her?
I mean...
Well, she was killed in your room, right? So, I mean... You guys were supposed to be friends, right? But you still killed her? On the other hand, two people becoming good friends then one killing the other is a classic drama setup. So when you consider everything together, honestly, I have no idea.
Anyway, let's move on and leave the area. We have more to investigate. But where shall we go now? We've tried to enter Leon's room, but we still haven't figured out who's on trash duty. That's one clue we're missing. So the only thing I can think is that we need to go to a different floor. Let's go over to him real quick. See if we can find anybody here. Who's in the gym? Nobody's in the gym. He's in the hall though. And then, of course, she's here. And who else is here? Stuttering girl. Okay. Let's see if we can't find our boy over here. He's in the hall, so I don't need to go in the room, but he's important. He would know about the duties that everyone shared, so he would be able to help me out. If I can find him. Where the hell are you? Did I miss him or something? Maybe I might have to go through this. Oh, there he is! Dude, you're a stick figure. I can't see you. How did I miss you? What's up, Wild? Hey, Dasani, how's it going, guys?
Cleaning duty, eh? As a matter of fact, Monokuma came and talked to me yesterday morning.
Really?
Listen to me!
He probably realized I was basically in charge, so he decided to talk to me directly. The topic of conversation was assigning cleaning duty.
Oh, so you're on cleaning duty now?
That's wrong!
Actually, no.
Okay, then who is?
Hifumi was also there when we had this conversation. He volunteered right away, so I let him have it.
So, he's on cleaning duty, huh?
Count on it!
Indeed, but we'll swap out on a weekly basis. I'm sure you'll be up there before too long.
Got it!
And when the time comes, I'll be counting on you.
Word. Cool.
Cool.
Alright, this is to exit out of here. I guess I did talk to Hifumi already. And he did mention something about he won't allow me to do that. But what if him and Leon working together? They're in the hallway together, right? So generally, they usually like to talk to, like criminals who do stuff like this. They usually like to. Oh, thanks, man. Yeah, it's been a while. I've been picking up a few. Right now, all I'm waiting is on my viewer average to reach 3, and I'll be affiliate, and then I can start adding a whole bunch of stuff to it. I'm excited. And since you're a moderator, Wild, you're gonna have to be a part of it too. You gotta give me some ideas on Discord. Let's see. So where do we go next? I want to talk to Hifumi, but then there's other people I want to talk to too. There has to be clues around. But of course, there's no exclamation mark anywhere. So the gymnasium's that way. The door won't budge. It must be locked. Anybody here? Why the fuck is she in the room where death awaits anybody who tries to enter that door? Hey Celeste, do you know anything about this cleaning duty stuff?
Huh? Cleaning duty? What is that? Honestly, I had no idea. Maybe you should ask Taka or someone else. Anyone but me, really.
Are you sure? Is he just gonna say that? Yeah. Well, let's get the fuck out of here. Alright. Maybe the store? Nobody's here. Who's the other person on this map? Oh, right at the end. Crazy girl. The one who thinks I'm the murderer. She fucking... She gave me that ugly, disgusted look that she likes to give people. Well, hello. What is this? Is this a clue? This is the desk I woke up on when I first got here. The little pamphlet is still laying there. Is there anything here might help save this case? There's nothing here. Oh, well, I thought it was going to be something great. She's not in here either. Okay. I hate that they put me in weird directions when I enter and exit a door. This blackboard belongs to us now. Secret Beauty. I bet you it was Toko who did it. Secret Beauty indeed. Toko, can you tell me anything about cleaning duty?
Huh? Cleaning duty?
What's your problem?
Like, I don't know anything about that. Taka's just the only one who cares about this stupid organization and stuff like that.
Yeah, we know. I knew you weren't going to give me anything useful. I don't even know why I bothered wasting my time. Maybe because I just like shit like this. Ooh. I haven't been to the gym yet. Let's talk to these knuckleheads and see what they got to say. Yeah, boy! Actually, I think I did. Hey, Chihiro, I was hoping to ask you something.
Huh?
Oh, what is it?
Before she died, Sayaka left a message. She wrote out the numbers 11037. Do you have any idea what these numbers might mean? Like, could they be a code or something?
Sorry, no.
Chihiro slowly shook her head.
I'm sorry.
Okay, well, don't worry about it. Thanks anyway for trying. Even she doesn't know. Or could she maybe know more than she's letting on? No, couldn't be. No way. Seriously don't want to die here.
Help me!
Thank you, God! Buddha, Mother Earth, God, and Space Kid Nip to help me! I don't care who it is, just get me out of here! Hiro doesn't seem prepared to do any kind of investigating right now. Yeah, apparently so. I think I just want to look at her body again. Damn, dude, she got dead dirty. I gently placed my hand on Junko's lifeless body. I touched her wrist to check for a pulse like they do in movies and stuff, but she really is dead. There wasn't anything else to say. She was gone. That's so fucked, man. No, I know it's Leon. And no spoilers, no spoilers. It's the first time, and if you spoil me, then it will ruin for everybody else who's watching as well, who's never played a Danganronpa in their life. You know what I mean? I mean, normally I wouldn't mind, but this is a viewership thing. If we were like in the living room together, hanging out and chilling, I wouldn't care. Because really, in games, I'm not so kind of... Some people are really, really iffy about that. About, like, getting spoilers and stuff. I don't really care. But I do care how my the other followers feel. In case they want to know what the storyline is like. Now, I'm starting to think that maybe these two fuckers are in him. Because he's on trash duty. He's the fucking murderer. Oh, no. I mean, I kind of figured. But I don't know for sure. I'm just saying, I've read the writing and said Leon upside down and mirrored. I don't know how the fuck she managed to do that. Sorry about that, guys. I don't know how she managed to do that. I have no idea.
Seems like...
You know what the fuck that part was? It didn't matter who murdered, because our names were switched. So now that I'm thinking about it, who would have done that? Like, he obviously was targeting Sayaka. Obviously. I don't know. Let's talk about Hifumi, you little sneaky devil. I'm looking for whoever's on cleaning.
cleaning duty? As a matter of fact, that's me, what do you ask? It just so happens Murakama talked to me yesterday and asked me to take care of it. Without someone on cleaning duty, the school would be flooded with trash in no time. So formally I applied for the position. I was gonna start this morning, but after what happened, I haven't had a chance to get started.
And since you're on cleaning duty, you can open the gate in front of the trash room.
Here we go.
Of course! It's my job to gather up all the garbage and toss it into the trash room. And to do that, they gave me the key for the trash room gate. But we're supposed to rotate once a week, so eventually you'll be in charge.
Very strange.
Wait, hold on. You need a key to get in the trash room? And only the person on cleaning duty has access to the key? What's the point of going to all that trouble? Why not just leave the trash room open all the time so we can all throw things out whenever we want? That does seem more convenient.
So in other words,
Actually, anyone who kills a fellow student and becomes blackened will graduate unless they are discovered.
so that's it.
That must be why. If anyone could go in and out of the trash room whenever they wanted, then destroying evidence would be easy. The thrill would disappear and things would become boring. Boring?
Hey, listen.
Anyway, more important than that.
Hey, you bastard.
Hey, fatty! Why'd you want the cleaning duty gig anyway?
Oh,
I just decided to volunteer for something. I knew no one else would want to do it. What's the big deal?
You.
Liar! I know you did it. Why you
Is
did
it?
it? You want to dig through all the girls' trash, looking for, and poking around at it.
there's no way to
What are
think
you
about this
talking
in a
about?
common
All
sense
my
kind
love
of way.
is for 2D.
You know what I mean.
But there's all kinds of trash diggers like that. Maybe you'll get tired of 2D and then turn to...
I would never get tired of 2D! After spending a significant amount of time comparing 2D and 3D, I voluntarily chose 2D. Only thing 3D is good for is to shower love and affection on 2D. And PVC fingers.
Give me a break.
How are you totally not embarrassed to say stuff like that? If you're so worried about Hifumi's questionable morality, there's a very easy solution. Whenever a guy has cleaning duties, Sakura can accompany them, from picking up the trash to disposing of it.
What?
What?
If you're as innocent as you claim, where's the harm in it?
That's not how it's supposed to.
Anyway, on another topic, Hifumi, since you were on cleaning duty, I have a favor to ask you.
What, so now you suddenly want to join my party? Sorry, but you haven't triggered that flag yet. I mean, you haven't even helped me recover from a past trauma, or save a village, or beat a boss.
No, nothing like that. I was just hoping to get into the trash room and look around.
Oh, okay. So easy.
So Hifumi and I headed down to the trash room.
You'd like me to open the gate, wouldn't you? You know, when I look at it, this makes me think. They said he killed his wife. He learned how to get by on the inside, but he never stopped dreaming. Get busy living or get busy dying, he said.
Ah, shit, I fucking missed the thing. I clicked it too soon. No! Whatever, please, just hurry up. I really wanted to say it.
Okie dokie, leave it to me.
Hifumi pulled the key out of his pocket and used it to flip the switch next to the gate. And then...
Mr. Maegi!
Discord mod. Agreed.
However, Mr. Naegi, surely you aren't planning to use the trash room to destroy evidence, are you? You fiend! You planned this all along!
No! I just wanted to see if the actual killer had tried to destroy any evidence or not.
But the actual killer is you, isn't it? You want to see if you left anything behind. Wait, maybe a parallel world?
Whatever, let's just hurry up and keep looking. Alright, let's see what we got here. There's something on the ground in front of the incinerator. It looked like blood. Pink blood. But it was blood. It looks like a burnt piece of something.
A burnt piece, like a hunk? Like a hunk of burning love?
Anyway, this is It looks like a piece of cloth in the shape. It's part of the sleeve from a button-up shirt. And now that I look at it, that's definitely blood on the cuff, which means this is all that's left of some of the evidence the killer destroyed. But there are lots of people here with white button-up shirts. This isn't enough by itself to figure out who the killer is. Nice. Burnt t-shirt has been added to the truth bullets section of your handbook. What do we have here? There are shards of broken glass scattered around in the front of the incinerator. Fucking at that blood, that fucking pink sauce. For real, man. It's yum yum sauce. You didn't know about that? They put yum yum sauce on all the blood. There are shards of broken glass scattered around in front of the incinerator. Looks like it used to be some kind of glass ball. Just about big enough to fit in the palm of your hand.
Is this perhaps...
Yeah, is that?
Do you know what this is?
They say if you collect all 7, a dragon will appear and grant you a single wish. Kidding aside, it's the kind of thing you might see on a big city street corner. Gaze into it and it will show you a glimpse of the future. Just like that Mina girl who was on that quest to find that one guy.
Yeah, I get what you're trying to say, but who did this particular ball belong to? I think it could be Sayaka's. There's only one person it could be. They should all still be in the gym. I better go find out for sure. Shattered crystal ball has been added to the truth bullets section of your handbook. What else we got? There's that button. I don't want to touch that right now. This is in the incinerator. It's way in the back of the trash room. Let's get 30 feet from here. And it's on right now.
Do you see the green and yellow buttons next to the mouth of the incinerator?
Yes, indeed.
It's a pretty simple setup. You press the green button to get it going, and the yellow button to turn it off. Sooner or later, you'll be in cleaning duty, so make sure you learn this before you leave, okay? Someone turned the incinerator on! Very strange. I'm quite certain it was off last time I was down here.
Was it a
Perhaps it was
fairy?
the work of a fairy.
Hifumi, do you realize what you just said?
Huh? The fairy?
No! You said the last time you were here, the incinerator was turned off.
Ah, yes. About that, there can be no mistake. If I've got only one thing going for me, it's my memory.
I feel as if...
Yesterday, as soon as I was appointed, I came down to check the place out. He definitely wasn't on them. Alright, Hifumi. I haven't been back to the trash room since then. And since I'm the only one who has a key to open the gate,
Most suspicious.
It should be impossible for this incinerator to be on, and yet...
so that means someone was able to switch on the incinerator without opening the gate. But how is that possible? Incinerator has been added to the truth bullets section of your handbook. Sexy.
This whole thing is quite strange indeed. When I was here last, the incinerator was off, and those glass shards and burnt clothes weren't. What does it all mean, Mr. Knight? Will you be confessing soon?
Why me?
Everyone already
I'm
knows you
sure
did
of
it.
it.
All the mysteries are being solved one by one.
Sounds like he's living out of one of his comic book fantasies. Alright, I think there's nothing left here to explore, maybe? I don't know. Well, we can explore the buttons. Gotta get those Monokuma points! The green button turns on, the yellow button turns it off. Or so it seems, anyway. So we're not gonna turn it off, we're just gonna leave it on. Sure, let's just continually let the evidence destroy itself. That's a huge trash can. Is that where we're supposed to put whatever trash we can burn? Or we can't burn? Well, whatever it's for. It doesn't look like it's hiding any clues. Not that anybody would be dumb enough to stick something in there, but, you never know. I think we explored fully on everything here. Thanks, Hifumi. You were a big help. Now let's go to the gymnasium like you said. Move on. Run! I'm starting to get an idea of how this works. Hold on. It's quicker just to go to the map. What do we have here? Go. Alright, so who should I talk to about that? They told me to go in the gymnasium. Let's see. Hey, Shiro, I was happy to ask you something.
Oh, what is it?
Before she died, Sayaka... Oh, this is the same thing I read. Oh. Hey, Hero, can I ask you something? Oh, no. I gotta get out of here. Gotta break free. Hero, snap out of it. Huh? My cousin, what are you doing? What? Hey, does this look familiar? Ah! That's my crystal ball! But it's all smashed, what the hell?
What the heck?
I only bought it because some guy said it was blessed. He said it was unbreakable. So how did it break?
What?
Was it actually just made of glass and not crystal? Did that guy actually totally dupe me? He said it belonged to the pillars of history. Genghis Khan, George Washington, Napoleon. He said whoever controlled that crystal ball controlled the world. Was that seriously all BS? Let's put that aside for now. So you can say without a doubt that this belonged to you. Yeah, that's mine for sure. I probably forgot it in the laundry room last night. Someone must have come by and snatched it. You left it in the laundry room? That means anyone could have found it and taken it. Shattered Crystal Ball has been updated in the Truth Bullets section of your handbook. Thanks, Hero. That's all I wanted to know. Sure. By the way, I'm almost afraid to ask, but how much did you pay for that thing? Everything I saved up from the fortune telling for 2 full years. Came out to be like $1 million. $1 million? The fuck? That's pretty cheap, actually. I mean, considering it gives you the power to control the world. That's just too stupid. I can't even feel bad for him. Yeah, me neither. that's some stupid ass shit right there. What the fuck would you pay $1 million for some crystal ball that supposedly has power? Unless there's some evidence to back that theory, I don't think so. That's crazy. Alright, so I guess we gotta go to the laundry room and figure out what the hell that's all about. So let's take a look. Where would the laundry room be? Dining hall, kitchen, rooms. That's upstairs. Kyoko, these are the rooms. Boys, that's the laundry room. Okay, so we need to be here. Run! Let's see what we're gonna find in here. Oh hey, what's up? That looks like a magazine. There's some magazines laying around. No help there. You never know. Everything could be a clue. I don't know what these people are talking about. Let's take a look at this. This is one of the monitors Monokuma appears on. Right now it's just showing the school crest. I don't even want to think about when he might show up on that thing next. Alright, let's take a look at the clues. Hey, baby clothes. There's a swimsuit hanging out to dry, but it has nothing to do with what's going on. Or does it? That vending machine's still there. Still doesn't have any way of helping to solve this case either. I don't think I actually approached this room before. I don't even think I've been in here before. A surveillance camera. I hate the idea that someone might be watching me right now. We're not allowed to mess with the camera, so I better make sure I don't touch it. What else do we look at? There doesn't seem to be any fucking clues around here. It's a washing machine. A washing machine that has nothing to do with this case. You don't know. I'm gonna check all of them. Let's check all of them until I get a clue. Nice! See? This is why I do things. This is why we look. This is why we play! For good stuff. Prizes. Treasure. Mostly treasure. I'm a treasure hunter. I can't help it. It's a washing machine. We know. Hell yeah, I'm getting more points just doing it. Are you gonna give me another one? I was hoping. Well, it doesn't look like there's any clues here. I don't know why I even bothered coming here. Maybe... Where'd it go? Alright. having a hard time figuring out where I want to go from here. I already went to the gym. I talked to him. Maybe he knows about laundry duty? Let's talk to him one more time. He's pretty helpful anyway. Hey there, buddy.
Listen to me!
Do you have a second, Makoto? I have uncovered something most unusual. The door to everyone's dorm has a nameplate on it to show whose room it is, right?
You hear me?
Well, it just so happens. Wait, no. You might be the killer yourself. I can't tell you anything.
Got it!
Forget everything I just said. Forget, beep! Sorry, just a little joke. Even I do jokes sometimes.
Listen to...
Damn it. Alright, so he has nothing to say to me. I guess we should go back and talk to some more people and see if we can find more clues. Because I don't think I have anything else to go on. We know that the crystal ball is broken. We don't know how it got broken. We don't know where it got taken to. Let's see. Anything different? You have anything to add, young lady?
Well,
Oh, okay. This is a whole different dialect. I'm totally fucking this up.
So annoying. Must you fumble around fishing blindly for clues? I suppose it wouldn't hurt to keep your discipline. The scent of the crime naturally, but I think that trash room is also worth looking into.
The trash room.
It is the perfect place to destroy evidence. However, there's one little problem.
Which is?
as for me,
That place is filthy. I would rather die than set foot in there. I'm trusting all of you to conduct a thorough investigation on my behalf.
That's fucking bullshit. Well, I didn't get anything out of her either. But it looks like the dialogues are changing, so we are moving ahead. Next time, I will be more careful about skipping that. Let's take a look at some other stuff. Let's see if old crazy bitch has anything to say today.
To kill someone just to save your own life, and 8 people are living with something like that. This guy might vomit.
But is what Monokuma said really true? Did one of us really kill Sayaka?
If the masterman really was gonna get involved, they would just killed us on day 1.
That's a good point. By the way, how's your investigation going?
I already told you I don't do blood, so I don't plan on doing any investigating. Besides, I already did it.
this is
After all,
very
where was the
suspicious.
Sayaka killed in your room, right?
For elites, and here I'm gonna backpedal here. So apparently these are all elite children who have really special skills. They are so fucking stupid. I guess having skills does not make you intelligent. That's all I gotta say. That's the only comment I'm gonna make. Because these people are dumb. Obviously, that's too good to be true. If you're gonna do a prime investigation, you have to look at the clues. Any person with a single mind knows that they wouldn't just point fingers without actually having evidence to do that. She really doesn't trust me at all. Leave the area? Yes. Let's get the fuck out of this place. Alright, let's talk to some more people and see if we can find more stuff that they're talking about. We already talked to them. I guess let's take a review on them and see what they found. Because that's probably for the best. Backpedaling aside, it's probably always good to do a little once-over. Currently, they're in Sayaka's room, aka my room. Alright, let's see what Mondo has to say.
By the way,
You know, I realized something while I was on guard duty. The killer could have already destroyed some evidence, right? Before anyone found the body, I mean. There's a trash room here in the dorm, right? They could have tossed some stuff in there. Yeah, that's definitely possible.
You son of a
The
bitch!
dirty bastard! Anyone who raises their hand to a woman is scum that deserves death. That's what my brother taught me.
You're fucking
So
dead.
if I ever find the son of a bitch that did this, I'm gonna pound his goddamn face in. But what if it was a girl that did it?
Yo,
That all gets sorted out when the time comes. So he has nothing new to say. And Sakura, do you think? Oh, Sakura, do you think I'm guilty too?
Hey, I try not to make assumptions like that. I simply don't know whether or not you did this. Whatever decision the rest of you come up with, I will follow your lead, for I am Lord Frieza, and I do whatever I want.
I see. I had to throw that in there. Dragon Ball! Alright, so there's nothing new here. Let's get the fuck out of here. Let's talk to this guy.
very strange.
So why was Sayaka... So why was Sayaka in your room when she was killed? Could it be because you are the culprit? No, you got it all wrong. Sayaka and I switched rooms last night. He didn't even try to hide the suspicion on his face. Even if what you said is the absolute truth, you're still responsible for her death, wouldn't you say? Huh? After all, she wouldn't have died if she hadn't switched rooms with you, right? The reason Sayaka was killed is because I suggested we switch rooms? She's dead because of me? Then it should have been me that died? Well, all I can say right now is that it's a possibility. That's... If that's really true, then I... Hey man, don't be feeding that shit in my head. Bro, I will fuck your day up. Alright, what do we got to say?
Seems like
He still says the same thing. What am I missing? What am I missing? Alright guys, I'm gonna include you guys in. I'm gonna ask the chat, where should I go next to find the clues for my next part of the investigation? Because I think I'm exhausted here. I've exhausted all stuff. I am completely blank. I have nowhere else to know where. We know it's Leon. I just don't have enough evidence to pin it on him, and he won't let me in his room. The only thing I can think of is to check out what's his name's room who got destroyed. I guess we could all check all the rooms. That wouldn't do me any favors. We know who did it. Let's take a look. Toko, Chihiro, Bless, This is Hero's room. I don't think there's anything here that'll help me. Well, just hoping. See? Fucking busted, dude. Why would you even rush to your room? Nobody else would. But of course, Hifumi's dead too. I swear Leon and Hifumi are working together. As my hand came into contact with the knob of Hifumi's room, I heard a rumbling like a herd of elephants stampeding down the hallway. That was mean, man. You shouldn't be doing fat jokes like that. Come on.
Mr. Naegi!
Hold it right there, Mr. Naegi.
Huh?
There's no way
Trying to
think
enter
about
someone's
this in a
room without their
common sense kind of way.
Trying to enter someone's room without their express permission is the highest breach of etiquette.
So it would seem.
Whether it's related to the case or not, you must respect a person's right to privacy.
True. I actually am. I'm gonna make a connection, and like I said, I've never played this. The only connection I can think of right now at the very moment is I think Hifumi might be behind the whole thing. I mean, look at him. He just screams murderous vibes. You know, look at that point on his head. Do you trust anybody who has a point on his head? Come on. I say find a way in while he's gone, but how do I get him out of there? That's the problem. Should I progress the day and see if I can go there later on? Or... There's a hatch on the floor. The door won't budge. It must be locked.
Hey, Master Naegi, you seem a little down.
Huh? Really?
If you need help lifting your spirits, call me anytime.
Come on.
I got all kind of stuff that might help cheer you up.
That's fucking creepy. Thanks to Hifumi's help, I was able to get inside. Okay, so there's nothing here. Find a way in while he's gone. Let's see if I can't progress away a little bit. Because I don't think I can do very much here. So I guess might as well go ahead and go to my Take a look at my trash. There can only be one thing in the trash can. Yep, the DVD with Sayaka's name on it. Sayaka got really upset after seeing whatever was in that video. I wonder what did she? It might not be directly related to the case, but it might be worth checking out anyway. I'm sorry, Sayako. I need to borrow this DVD. Oh, thank God! I found some more! Now we can go to the media room. I forgot all about that! Fuck! That's why the story wasn't moving forward. I was missing that one piece. Alright, media room's on the second floor, I think. Media room. There we go. That's where we need to be. Okay, so. Is this the AV room? Alright. I should be able to use this to see what's on the DVD. The DVD that Sayaka threw in the garbage. I sat down in front of the screen and put the DVD in the player. I pushed play and the screen was dark for a few seconds, but then an image slowly appeared. It looked like some kind of concert. And standing on stage, front and center, was a face I recognized all too well. Sayaka. She was there all along with friends she said had been so important to her. She was positively glowing there in front of the crowd, so full of life. Seeing that image made it even harder to accept. Except that she was dead. My vision started to blur and darken, and then that voice I'd come to despise so much began to float out of the speakers.
Sayaka Maizono, the ultimate pop sensation, lead singer for a world-famous all-girls pop band. For these girls, the glowing spotlight only made them that much more beautiful. But then...
Suddenly, the screen went dark. And in the next moment, I saw something I could hardly believe. What the? Sayaka had disappeared from the stage, which was now in ruins. But what I noticed even more than that was the figure of the other girls who had all simply collapsed.
This ultra-successful team suddenly fell apart. None of them will ever perform on stage again. None of them will ever feel the warmth of the spotlight. For Sayaka, there's simply nowhere for her to return to.
Oh, wow.
So here's the billion-dollar question. What, oh what, could have caused the group to go to pieces?
Look for the answer after graduation. Without warning, the video cut off. What the hell? That wasn't real, right? They're a super famous pop group. Everyone knows who they are. Is he trying to say he was even able to get to them? If that really did happen, everyone in the outside world must be going crazy! What kind of person would take things this far? Time. See, I knew it was something I was missing.
I'm getting tired of waiting. What say we just get started,
Aw, shit.
It's time for the long-awaited class trial!
No!
Now then, allow me to appoint a proper location for the proceedings. Please go through the red door on the first floor of the school. See you soon!
Son of a bitch. This is gonna be fucking great. Red door on the first floor. That's where I should go. No, where I have to go. Oh, wait. This is the perfect opportunity, right? Everybody's gone, right? If that's the case... But technically, I could check his room now. No? Fuck! I thought this would be the perfect opportunity to go. What if I don't want to go through the red door? There's no running away now. The red door. I have no choice but to go through it. Fuck! No! Alright, I guess I'm going to be tried for murder this time. You're late, Makoto! We've all been waiting for you!
I bet you were afraid you would be discovered at the murder you are.
Listen to me!
Let's not jump to conclusions just yet. Save that for the class trial. There we can all reveal the details of Makoto's crime. So they really aren't convinced I did it, but... I didn't do it. Me and Sayaka both knew that all too well. But then, who is the killer? We know who the fucking killer is. The one who murdered Sayaka. Is it really one of us? Oh my god, Trick Class for all time? Yes,
Is
yes.
everyone here?
Hey, thanks for chatting.
Okay,
Giga to the
then.
here. Chatterford? Although Chatterford sounds pretty cool too. Giga Chatterford. How's it going?
Please board the elevator in front of you, which will transport you to the courtroom, where all your fates will be decided. I'll meet you all down there. I'll be waiting.
Alright. I don't think I got all the clues I needed. I might fail this one.
What?
So whoever stuck even took the time to set a goddamn courtroom, huh?
Impossible.
Damn, we really gotta go through this class trial thing, huh?
You know?
If you want to confess, I guess now's the time to do it. I'm telling you, I didn't do it. Let's get started.
Hey, there's no point in standing around here. Settle your resolve and step into the future. Cause I am Frieza!
Sorry. I have to do it every time.
I'm sorry.
Sorry, and I wasn't able to do any looking around or anything. Is this really how Sayaka would want us to find out who killed her?
Celeste.
When did you find anything that might actually prove your innocence?
What the heck?
I can't help but wonder whoever killed Sayaka is feeling right now. It's so insistent, even though you thought that you killed her. Very impressive.
You know what I mean.
Well, I did my job. I'm counting on the rest of you from here on out. I'm sure. You fucking murderer.
So, the school basement has become the darkened stage. We're all here to bear witness to Mr. Niaga's final curtain call.
Well then, the time has finally come. Are you ready? No, I'm not ready.
Got it!
Relax! I haven't decided 100% that you're the culprit just yet. Maybe, but you're obviously leaning that way. I guess I have no choice but to get on with this elevator.
Well then, let us begin.
Yes, indeed.
Good idea.
Hey,
Are you scared? No, scared isn't quite right.
Makoto.
I said it before, but it's up to you to uncover the mystery surrounding this case yourself. If you don't, you'll never come to grips with the truth. I need to uncover the truth of Sayaka's death. I didn't need someone else to tell me to do that. In Sayaka's honor. I swear I'll find out who the real killer is. As I raise my voice to try and give myself courage, I turn trembling with anticipation towards the elevator. With each step forward, I could feel my heart starting to race faster and faster. Everyone else was already on the elevator. When I finally stepped on, the doors closed and the elevator started to move. I am 100% dead set on Leon. Are you excited? Well, I'm glad you are. How's it going, Doomer Dean Goofy Goober? Could I just call you Goober or Goofy Goober or Doomer Dean? Doomer Dean sounds good. I think it's Leon, for sure. 100%. The steel box descended with heavy clunking sounds towards the school's basement. I wonder if this is how a death row inmate feels when his time has finally come.
Oh.
But other than that, it is not more like a defendant waiting to receive his judgment? Oblivious to our shared anxiety, the elevator lowered us further and further into the bowels of the school.
Yo! You finally arrived! What do you think? Doesn't it feel just like a real courtroom? It's like a Hollywood movie set, right?
Not even close. It's total shit.
Well now.
Okay, everyone. Find your assigned seats and sit down! Hurry up now, hurry up!
We did what he said and found our seats. The seats were arranged in a giant circle. It was set up so that everyone could see everyone else, which also meant it'd be easy for anyone to transfer their tension and unease to anyone else. The air seemed to grow heavy as we sat there. And so, the curtain on our first case opened. A deadly judgment, a deadly deception, a deadly betrayal, a deadly riddle, a deadly defense, a deadly fate, a deadly class trial. All right. Moving on. I guess we got to do a pre-trial prep. I've never done this, so this is my first time, so you're going to have to forgive me just a little bit. So I guess we just review what we know. We know of the evidence of the struggle. We know that the replica sword was used, but not as a murder weapon, but as self-defense. The sheath was taken out, obviously, because there were slashes all over. They know that we switched rooms. There's a toolkit that was placed in Makoto's room before he arrived. All the other male students claim they haven't used it, theirs either, but that doesn't necessarily mean that's the truth. We kind of figured that Leon might have been using his toolkit, which is why he didn't want me to enter his room. Makoto's room cleanliness. So apparently a lot of stuff was cleaned up with the lint roller. There's a bruised, broken wrist, and the cut on her finger was used to draw the name of Leon. I believe it's Leon. But they say it's 11037, but you can slightly see the slash right between the two lines of the 1-1. So I'm guessing it's in a certain direction. It's a mirrored upside down kind of thing or something. I don't know. But she just didn't do a good job writing it. But she was writing it backwards, I guess. I don't know how you do it. You couldn't open the door unless you lifted it and pulled. So they didn't know that, and so they removed the screws from the thing. That might be my defense to protect myself. Yeah, I'm not really interested in that. Sorry, I don't buy chat viewers. I'd rather just have people who enjoy my stuff come in and join. Nameplates on the doors to Sayaka removed were switched. One missing kitchen knife set. I always count was that nobody, when she was there, she didn't see anybody there. And when she first went to the kitchen last night, all the knives were there. Then when she came back, it was gone. She didn't see anybody, and she didn't see me. So that's also a defense on my point, but it's not a very good one because she obviously didn't see the other person either. So I don't know if we can even use that. Trash duty. Apparently it was locked, but when was it locked? And when was it done? I don't remember exactly. Let's see if we look at it. Yeah, it doesn't say the timeline, but it had to be done. It had to be locked after the fact, or something else. We don't know. The incinerator can be activated via a switch on the machine, and somehow it was open. But it wasn't a remote. Someone actually had to physically go in there and throw the trash in there to burn it. So I don't think it was like some sort of remote. It's a dumb idea to even think that. We found a burnt t-shirt piece, which belonged to somebody. We don't know who exactly. But if I look back here, let's see. Does it show... Yeah, it wasn't hers. It wasn't Sayaka's. It was somebody else's. Now, if I remember correctly, what's his name wears a jacket, so he probably wouldn't even know. Incinerator can be activated. Burnt clothes. Shattered crystal ball. Shards of glass were found next to the incinerator of the trash, and we found out that it belonged to the one who was freaking out. But I don't think it was him either. I think that it was taken from the laundry room and broken there to frame somebody else. He was just trying to cover his tracks. That's what I think. Let's take a look. And see, this is where it throws me off. He wears a regular t-shirt and a jacket. It's not a button-up jacket, is it? I don't have any skills per se. Increases damage to the opponent when a statement is destroyed. Effective during bullet time. But I guess we'll take that. I didn't make friends with anybody else. No! Alright, let's finish preparations. I think we have what we have. Who has the white sleeves?
Let's begin with a basic explanation of the class trial. So, your votes will determine the results. If you can figure out who done it, then only they will receive punishment. But if you pick the wrong one, then I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and the one that deceived everyone else will graduate.
And the killer really is one of us, right?
Of course!
Okay then. Everyone, close your eyes. And whoever did it, raise your hand.
Don't be a goddamn idiot. Why the hell would they raise their hand?
For real, why would they do
Before
that?
we move on and start the trial, can I ask a question real quick? What's going on with those pictures?
I'd feel awful if they got left out just because they died. Friendship penetrates even death's barrier. Friendship penetrates?
See, this is why I think Hifumi could be behind all of it, because of the fucking weird shit he does. Also, he's a weird... Wait, who did you talk to in your free time? I just joined. Oh, I only talked to Sayaka, and I talked to... Fuck, what's her name? The one that told me to solve the case, the one with the pink hair? Or is it white hair? I don't remember. Fuck. Anyways, it was one of the girls that I tried talking to, but she wasn't very friendly towards me. I tried hanging out with her, but I didn't get any skills from her. So I'm guessing I need to spend a little bit more time with her to actually get that.
Okay, but what about that other empty seat? There were only 15 of us to begin with, so why are there 16 seats?
That's a good point.
Oh, no reason. It's just that our little courtroom here can technically fit up to 16 people. Okay, that about does it for the preamble. Get ready to get started. First up is the case summary. Now, let the class trial begin.
It's about to begin. The debate to decide who we think the killer is. Anything I found, anything I noticed, I have to be ready to speak up about everything. Because this isn't just about me. Everyone's lives are on the line. Your first non-stop debate is about to begin. Would you like to hear more? Absolutely. This is my first time. As things progress during each class trial, you will be engaged in a number of non-stop debates. During these discussions, characters will speak one after another without pause. It's up to you to unearth any lies or contradictions buried within their statements. Oh, I don't like this! This is going to be hard! What this means is that you'll have to use your truth bullets to refute what they say. Any relevant truth bullets you found during your investigation will be loaded into the truth cylinder. Use the left stick to aim and fire with the Y button. Pay close attention to each character's statements and use your truth bullets to blast the right ones. Note that if you run out of time, you will automatically fail, so please be careful. If you press start during these arguments, you can review the controls. Well then, good luck and have fun! Fuck! Alright, let's go. Evidence of a struggle. I gotta pay attention, guys, so if you chat, I won't be able to see it.
I assert that the one who was murdered was Miss Sayaka Maizono!
Yeah, we know that part already.
And the murder took place in Makoto's room.
In the bathroom. So it seems most likely that the killer must have taken her by surprise while she was in the bathroom. She didn't even have a chance to resist.
Something's off about what was just said. Because if Sayaka hadn't resisted at all, there'd be no explanation for what happened to my room. For this first minute, we'd like to take a quick sidebar. If you're unable to spot and refute someone's lies or contradiction, the argument will repeat. Within a group of statements, some words appear in a different color. Did you happen to notice? That represents the potential hole in a person's statement, a possible weak spot. These weak spots reveal important, though not always inaccurate, sections of the person's statement. Your truthful are only effective against those weak spots. So when you see one come up, take aim and fire, but only if you're sure it's actually wrong. Also, you can fast forward an argument by holding down the D. Well then, good luck and have fun.
I assert that the one who was murdered was Miss Sayaka Maizono!
Yeah, we know that part already.
And the murder took place in Makoto's room.
In the bathroom. So it seems most likely that the killer must have taken her by surprise while she was in the bathroom. She didn't even have a chance to resist.
I just shot the bullet.
I assert that the one who was murdered
What the fuck,
was...
dude? I literally shot the bullet. What's going on? Shoot the yellow? Oh, okay.
Yeah, we know that part already.
And the murder took place in
the bathroom. So it seems most likely that the killer must have taken her by surprise while she was in the bathroom. She didn't even have a chance to resist.
I shot it. Damn it! I'm doing really poorly.
I assert that the one who was killed and the murder took
in the bathroom. So it seems the killer must have taken her by surprise while she was in the bathroom. She didn't even have a chance to resist.
There we go. Okay, now I got it. Thank you. Great.
Just a second, Chihiro. Try to remember how my room looked. With the way things had been damaged, I think we can definitely assume there was a struggle.
A struggle? Between who and who?
Between Sayaka and the killer, of course.
So you're saying Sayaka wasn't caught by surprise in the bathroom? She must have been attacked in the main room first. Then, she ran to the bathroom to try and hide.
He's the only one I can think of that has a white suit.
The killer followed her in, and that's where they finished the job.
That much should have been obvious after taking one look at the scene. It shouldn't even need explaining.
Sorry.
Okay, so what's next?
Next is the subject of the murder weapon.
Wow, this is starting to sound like a real trial.
We need to determine what was used to kill Sayaka. Alright, how's this gonna work? Kitchen knife stick.
So what was used to kill her?
There was some kind of sharp object thrust into her stomach. Without a doubt, that is the murder weapon.
So the killer used some random knife they had on him.
Not some random knife. Not a random knife, motherfucker.
No. I do think it was a knife, but not just any knife. I'm almost positive it was a kitchen knife.
Huh? A kitchen knife?
Celeste is kind of cute. She's really cute. What are you talking about?
After the murder, we discovered that one of the knives from the kitchen was missing.
Which means that knife must be the murder weapon.
Oh, yeah. I guess that makes sense. You could sort of see the weapon sticking out of her stomach. And if you look real close, I could totally see that being a kitchen knife.
Okay, so the murder weapon was a kitchen knife, but where does that get us?
Shut up, Leon. You're a murderer.
I mean, we all know Makoto killed her, right?
That's right. Makoto's room was the scene of...
Hold on a second.
Let's draw our conclusions after we've presented our arguments. Otherwise, what's the point of the trial?
Thank you, Kyoko. At least you have some fucking brain power. Some of these idiots.
Well, we can talk all we want. It's not going to change that conclusion.
I don't think that's true at all. I'm sure if we keep at it, something new will reveal itself.
You really believe that?
She's right. There's got to be a breakthrough somewhere, just waiting for us to find it. Because I know damn well I'm not the killer. There's a bit more to learn about the non-stop debates. Would you like to hear more? Yeah, absolutely. You can concentrate by holding down the the right button. Okay. While you're concentrating, time will slow down so you can pay closer attention to what everyone's saying. On top of that, it'll steady your aim, making it easier to target potential weak spots. Concentrating like this consumes the focus gauge, and if the gauge empties, you can't concentrate. But the focus gauge will recover over time, so let your brain take a rest. No need to rush. Well then, good luck and have fun. Alright, let's go. This is very different from the court cases I've ever done. AOE's a count.
So I guess there's no question that the kitchen knife was the murder weapon. But where does that get us?
Makoto must have taken it from the kitchen, right? He did it in secret.
No, that's wrong. Okay, wait. Hold on. I didn't take the knife from the kitchen.
Next, you're gonna say you're not the killer, right? Go ahead and say it all you want.
Well, what if I have a witness? What do you think, Hina?
Huh?
Remember what you were telling me earlier?
I fucking love this music, man. I'm vibing, bro. Vibing.
Well, I went to get some tea from the kitchen last night, and all the knives were still there. But when I finished my tea and went back into the kitchen to wash my glass, one of the knives was gone.
So you're saying the knife disappeared while you were drinking your tea in the dining hall?
Yeah.
Just to be perfectly clear, the knife disappeared while you were in the dining hall, correct?
Yeah, that's right.
And at any point while you were there, did you ever see me come into the dining hall?
That's my girl.
No, I don't think so.
You don't think so?
No, he definitely wasn't there.
The knife disappeared while Hina was in the dining hall. But I wasn't there the entire time. In other words, there's no way I could have taken the knife.
Okay, then what about this? What if the idiot swimmer girl and Makoto are in on it together and lying to protect each other?
Oh, I knew this was going to happen. I knew there was going to be some sort of plot hole in that.
Idiot swimmer girl!
Oh my god.
Oh, and more importantly, why would I get involved in something like that?
Speaking of which, I'd like to ask the bear, if there is an accomplice, do they also become blackened?
So you ask, and so I shall
That's a
answer.
good question. I didn't even think about that.
Each murder is allowed to have an accomplice, but only the one who does the killing will get to graduate.
So in other words, two people can work together, but one of them has no chance of profiting from it.
Then there's no way anyone would work together, right?
But what if they did work together, and they just didn't know about the rule?
Good grief! Enough already! No, okay? There are no accomplices in this case!
Thank you. I just got saved.
Oops! Did I say that out loud?
Anyway, I didn't go to the dining hall, and I didn't take the knife. So I'm not the killer.
Okay, so then, who did take the knife?
Did I just save my own ass?
Hina seems the obvious candidate. After all, she just said she was in the dining hall. No way! I swear it wasn't me!
Sure, but can you or anyone else prove that? I can.
Oh, she's got something.
That's right. Sakura was with me the entire time I was drinking my tea.
I hate to have to ask, but just to be sure, Sakura's...
Me.
You don't want to fuck with that either. Look at that shit.
Right.
But then, couldn't either one of them have grabbed the
I
knife?
would love to sit there and see you point your finger at Sakura real quick, just to see what would happen. Because like even after this trial is over, you do not want to get on that woman's bad side. Fuck that. But then, couldn't either of them have grabbed the knife?
Actually, no. Because,
You might want to retract your statement.
well,
Just spit it out already.
I stayed in Hina's room last night.
I got so scared thanks to those creepy videos. I wasn't really thinking, I just asked her to stay over. Which means we have airtight alibis.
You stayed over? Doesn't that violate one of the school regulations?
We're not allowed to sleep anywhere but the dorms, but it doesn't say we have to stay in our assigned room.
That's true.
So, I don't think that's a problem.
It is a problem! A boy and a girl spending the night together?
Oh no, he just confused her for a man!
unwholesome.
You are fucking stupid!
But I'm a girl.
You are? Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry!
Dude, how do you not get that?
But if it wasn't
She's
either of
literally
you,
wearing a
then
skirt
what other
and she
possibility
literally
is
was
there?
never mind. I'm just not even.
Actually, there is one other possibility. Right, Hina?
Oh, yeah, that's true. One other person did come to the dining hall while we were there.
Why didn't you say so in the first place?
Well, because they're not here anymore.
Someone who's not here? Are you talking about
Sayaka. She's the one who came to the dining hall. And then later, she wound up dead.
Sayaka? Okay, so the person who took the knife from the kitchen was Sayaka.
I got it!
For defense.
Sayaka is the one who took the knife?
For self-defense.
That's the only possibility. And thinking back on it, she was acting kind of unusual. When she came into the dining hall, she didn't even look at us. She just went straight to the kitchen. As she left, she said she just wanted a drink of water. But most likely...
The person who took the knife was the victim herself.
Oh shit.
I'm sure she just took it for self-defense.
I want you to open up your Atari on stream. I can do that. I can go ahead and do that. I want to see your reaction. Hey, I can do that, but it probably won't be on this stream because I'm about to end it after this court case.
So you're saying the knife she took was then taken from her, and she was killed with it? In that case, you may not have taken the knife, but you still could have killed her.
Oh no!
What?
I knew that was gonna happen.
See? He did do it after all.
No, you're wrong.
So, that's how you would twist the argument and send us all off in the wrong direction? You possess a most terrifying talent.
I knew it was a fucking, it was a holy argument. Damn, if I don't do something, they're gonna blame me for the murder. Don't they understand? If they convict me, everyone's gonna die!
Hold on. It's still too early to decide conclusively that Makoto is the killer, wouldn't you say? Because you see, if the room did belong to the killer, then they did something most bewildering. And until we unravel that little mystery, you simply can't declare that he's the killer.
Bewildering?
The
What the hell are
lock.
you
She's
talking
talking
about?
about the fucking lock.
Something was missing from the scene of the crime that by all rights should have been there. You know what I'm talking about, don't you?
Your first Hangman's Gambit is about to begin. Would you like to hear more? Absolutely. So what's this? As things advance further into a class trial, the Hangman's Gambit will eventually take place. The point of this is to reveal an important phrase related to the incident in question. You'll have to deduce the phrase from letters flying around and the letters already known. I don't know if I like this. Alright, let's do it. Complete the phrase by shooting down the flying letters in the right order. Use the left stick to aim and then press Y to shoot the desired letters. If you shoot down the wrong letters, you'll suffer damage to influence gauge. If this gauge reaches 0, you will run out of time and fail. Well then, good luck and have fun. Something that should have been at the scene but wasn't. That must be the crucial point. You can just figure out what that something is. That's gonna hurt. Nope. Ah! Is that R? I don't know what to do. Ah! Okay. I don't know what the fuck this is supposed. I'm supposed to hit the letters over and over again? Is that how it works? No! Well, then the class trial adjourned now. Oh no, I failed! It was hair. No, I failed!
Is this...
Yeah, I want to give it another shot.
I refuse to give up yet!
No, not at all. Let's go. Alright, it's hard to figure out because I don't really get a lot of clues on how the fuck I'm supposed to do this. Alright, so I'm supposed to shoot it over and over again, so hair was missing from there. We're looking for A.
Now I understand.
He refused to give up. I never give up.
That's right.
Believe it!
There wasn't a single hair on the floor.
So, the culprit removed some evidence?
Yes. And if I were the culprit, why would I need to get rid of all the hair in my own room? It wouldn't be unusual at all to find my hair at the crime scene if the crime scene is in my room.
Oh, shit!
The reason all the hair was gone was to remove any trace that Sayaka had ever been there. That makes sense, does it not?
No.
No.
If that were the case, they would have had to do something about the body itself, not just her hair.
Yes, very true, very true.
Okay, then why wasn't there any hair on the ground?
The killer got rid of it all, of course, to remove any trace that they had ever been there.
Wait, then that means...
Precisely. It's simply beyond reason to believe that the room's owner and the killer are one and the same.
Thank God she helped me out.
Makoto isn't the culprit?
Thanks, bud. I appreciate it. Well, on the case. He's already showing more promise than Not an Ostrich ever did.
Are you sure we can decide something so important based solely on the absence of some hair?
No. There are other reasons that prove why Makoto couldn't have done it.
I would like to hear these reasons.
Do you remember anything remarkable about the bathroom at the scene? Sayaka was attacked in the main room first, then fled into the bathroom, right?
Yeah, then they ran after her, got into the bathroom, and stabbed her.
And how did the killer get into the bathroom? Did they have any trouble with it?
What do you mean?
It's fairly certain that the killer had some trouble getting into the bathroom. There was clear evidence left behind. Do you remember, Makoto?
I do. A killer struggled getting into the bathroom, and the evidence that proves it is the object the killer broke.
I got it! Evidence that the killer had trouble getting into the bathroom. You're talking about the doorknob, right?
Huh? The doorknob? What doorknob?
The doorknob for my bathroom. It was completely broken. See how the top part was unscrewed? And the doorknob's about ready to fall off?
Oh yeah, true. But what does it mean?
In trying to bypass the lock, they ended up nearly removing the entire doorknob. This is another most bewildering act for the room's owner. It proves Makoto is beyond suspicion.
So what? You're saying he wouldn't break the door in his own room? But if the only choice you have is to break it, you break it. There's nothing bewildering about it.
You still don't see? Okay then, let's take another look at how the incident unfolded. Hopefully that will help you understand.
We're gonna get you, Leon. Kyoka said it was a bewildering act. I almost didn't notice it at first, but is that the key point here? There's a bit more to learn about the non-stop debates. Would you like to hear more? Absolutely. From here on out, the number of weak spots will start going up. But no matter how many weak spots, there's essentially only one lie or contradiction in that debate. What I'm trying to say is, not all weak spots you see are necessarily false. Use a truth bullet on the wrong one, and not only will you fail to refute what they said, but you also lower your trust with everyone, and your influence gauge will take damage. Now, this is important because if your influence gauge reaches 0, you fail. You'll have to rely on your own logic to determine which weak spots are actually lies or contradictions. Well then, good luck and have fun. I love how they give it. They're like, good luck, you got this. We believe in you, even though I failed miserably last time. Alright, the bathroom door fight.
The incident took place in Makoto's room. Sayaka was first attacked in the main room. She then fled into the bathroom.
Then the killer ran after her. And they got into the bathroom.
At that point, the killer had to try and bust down the door.
Shoot!
Ah, shit, that was the wrong one. That wasn't a contradiction. Shit.
The incident took place in Makoto.
Sayaka was first, she then fled into the...
Then the killer ran out, and they got into the back.
At that point, the killer had to try and bust down because Sayaka had locked it.
No, gotcha. That's what I was looking for. I was looking at you, Leon. You were just lying.
The reason my bathroom didn't open wasn't because it was locked. After all, the girls' rooms are the only ones with locking bathrooms, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, now that you mention it, that is true.
Have I ever played Catherine? I only played a little bit of it, but I never owned it. I played a demo of it.
Then why didn't your bathroom door open?
It was a pretty fun game. Hard though. Those puzzles, like trying to climb up the damn the thing with all the sheets and shit in your way, that was hard.
Because it was stuck. Huh? What are you talking about? My bathroom door doesn't fit in the frame quite right. Monokuma over there can testify to that.
Yup, true as true can be. But you know, you're supposed to be the ultimate lucky student, right? But to have such a cruddy door, that's not lucky at all.
Actually, it's very lucky.
So the reason the door didn't open was just because it was stuck. But the killer didn't know that and assumed it was locked. So they tore apart the doorknob to get in.
Okay, but then why would the killer even think the door was locked in the first place? Everyone should have known you can't lock any of the boys' bathrooms.
The killer could easily make that mistake, thanks to one important detail about the scene of the crime.
The switch. The killer was convinced the bathroom door was locked, so they didn't know the door couldn't be locked. In other words, the important detail about the scene of the crime is that they didn't know the crime took place in my room.
I got it! The killer must not have realized that it was my room.
What? Are you saying the culprit didn't even know where he was? That's inconceivable!
Inconceivable!
And yet, he's absolutely right.
Say what?
Well, to be more what the killer didn't know was that Makoto and Sayaka had switched rooms, which is what led to the misunderstanding about the bathroom. If Sayaka had been in her own room, then
there would have been a lock on the door, and they would have had to break through.
So they had no idea how unnecessary their actions were.
Ultimately, we can't know if it came open by force or simply by accident. But the killer must have been considerably confused, with no idea how they actually got the door opened.
Regardless, it was a pointless act. Wasting time trying to break down a door that wasn't locked is...
Definitely something I wouldn't do, since I would have known exactly why it wasn't opening, right?
That is a definite possibility.
That's a 100% possibility. It's a proof, bitch.
So the killer would have to be someone who didn't know they'd switched rooms?
Yes.
Then Makoto couldn't have done it.
That's what I've been trying to tell you.
Okay, then who did do it?
I'm sorry, but I give up. Quit without saving.
But what happens if we can't decide on who we think did it?
Well, why don't we just vote right now? Majority rules.
Majority rules? You really think that's a good idea?
Yeah, our necks are on the line here. Someone seriously needs to do something. For serious.
Does no one have any other thoughts or questions? It does not matter how trivial they may seem.
Oh, as a matter of fact, I do have one question.
Oh, you...
You don't gotta sound so disappointed.
It's fine, it's fine. Just ask your question.
Oh yeah.
Those eyebrows,
okay,
though.
So, well, I was just wondering, how did the culprit get into Makoto's room in the first place?
Yes. How did the killer get inside?
Maybe Sayaka just dropped the key somewhere and the culprit picked it up. That's possible, right?
I don't think so. That seems way too convenient.
Then... maybe someone picked the lock?
Negative! If you remember, Monokuma made it quite clear that the locks are all unpickable.
Fine. How about this? The killer got in the easy way. They could have knocked and said they wanted to talk or something, and Miss Maizono just let him in.
No, that can't be it either.
Oh, trying to argue against me? Sounds like someone doesn't know his place.
Listen here.
Hello? Why exactly can't that be it?
Why are you pointing at me and not him? Because she asked me to do something in particular because of how frightened she was. That's the answer right there. There's no way Sayaka left someone in because...
I got it! Because Sayaka was already scared, remember? That's why she asked me to switch rooms in the first place.
The same goes for you, Sayaka. No matter who it is, don't open your door for anyone. Even if I'm sure it's you, I absolutely won't open it. Otherwise, what's the point of even switching? I remember
knowing what she'd been through, I just can't believe she would have opened the door for anyone.
What if her being scared was a lie?
Huh? What the hell is that supposed to mean? Why would she lie about something like that?
I know you don't want to consider it, but look at this and tell me. Can you still deny the possibility?
There's someone I want to talk to you about. Just us two. In 5 minutes, come see me in my room. Sayaka. Check the nameplates to make sure you don't get the wrong room, okay?
I found a notepad during my search, and I shaded in the top sheet with a pencil. And these are the words that appeared.
Oh man! I've totally seen people do that on detective shows.
Man, why didn't I do that?
When you write, it can leave an imprint. Sketch over the next sheet of paper, and you can see the words. When I saw that, I was like, holy crap! I'd better make sure I rip the paper out before I use it from now on.
It's a pretty old-fashioned technique, but even the classics can be surprisingly useful sometimes. Oh, and I should also mention, I found the notepad on the desk in Makoto's room.
Huh?
Which means, only someone who had been in Makoto's room before the incident could have written it.
Then either it was Makoto who lived there, or Sayaka who switched rooms for a single night.
So, Makoto, did you write this?
No, I didn't.
But of course you didn't, because the note also bears a perfectly legible signature. Sayaka's signature.
And that note, Sayaka wrote it?
But why? Why would she write that?
The note was likely her way of getting in touch with a certain someone. She must have slid it under their door to let them know she wanted to meet with them in secret.
If you got an invitation like that from the ultimate pop sensation, what young man could resist?
What if Sayaka was trying to murder him and he murdered her in turn? I don't know.
Of course, I'm only into 2D, so it wouldn't have any effect on me.
But can we be sure anyone even got this note? And honestly, even if they did, I do not think they are at all involved in what happened.
Huh? What makes you say that?
Would you like to hear what I have to say?
I would.
Very well then. Pay attention.
Alright, let's take a look.
Sayaka and Makoto switched rooms, correct? But in the note, the place they were asked to come to, it specifically says, my room.
I see. So if someone read that note, then they would have gone to Sayaka's room.
Exactly. The room that Makoto was staying in. So in other words, even if someone did read the note and did what it said, they would not have any connection to what happened.
It certainly would seem that way.
The killer went into my room instead of Sayaka. Because of what got switched between Sayaka's room.
Sayaka and Makoto switched rooms, correct? But in the note, the place they were asked to come to, it specifically says, my room.
I see. So if someone read that note, then they would have gone to Sayaka's room.
Exactly. The room with Makoto.
No, that's wrong.
Alright. That's what I was asking.
The nameplates on Mai and Sayaka's rooms got switched.
They got switched?
That's right. The nameplates got switched, just like the rooms themselves. As a result, the nameplate on Sayaka's room actually had Makoto's name. And the nameplate on Makoto's room had Sayaka's.
So what you're saying is, the room Sayaka was staying in was actually marked as her room.
Then, if someone did do what the note said, they would end up at Makoto's room where Sayaka was.
Plus, their rooms are right next to each other, so switching the nameplates would be no problem. And the one who switched the names was... Well, of course it wasn't you, right, Makoto?
Right?
Okay, then who did it?
The only person who could have switched the nameplates... No. Sayaka.
I got it! Me and Sayaka were the only ones who ever knew about us switching rooms. So the only other person besides me who would even know to switch the nameplates was Sayaka.
You can also infer as much from her note.
There's something I want to talk to you about, just as two. 5 minutes, come see me in my room. Check the nameplates to make sure you don't get the wrong room, okay? So she grabbed the knife. What if Sayaka was actually trying to murder him, and he just murdered her back? Who knows?
She specifically tells the reader to check the nameplate. She would only have written that if she knew the nameplates had been switched.
But why would she switch them in the first place?
She wanted someone to come to the room she was in, and also hide the fact that it was Makoto's room.
What?
Inviting someone to your room, but not telling them you'd switched rooms. Why would anyone do that?
Because she was planning to murder them.
To understand that, we first need to understand what happened after she invited the person into the room. That's where the answer lies.
What happened then was probably whoever she invited over came in and attacked her.
No.
We figured it out! We know who did it! Whoever she invited over is the culprit!
But we still don't know who it is, you goddamn idiot!
Sayaka fought with her killer there in the room, yes? Perhaps the answer to our previous question lies in that initial struggle.
Yes, I think you're right.
Then... we just have to figure out what happened during the fight, right?
I've gotten a lot of ideas of what might happen, but I don't know if they're correct yet.
That reminds me. There was a replica sword at the murder scene. Was that perhaps used during the fight?
Oh yeah. What's the deal with that sword?
Sayaka suggested I should hold on to it. I thought it might come in handy if I had to defend myself. It seems pretty likely that the killer used it to break Sayaka's right wrist.
How the hell could you possibly know that's what broke her wrist?
The reason I know Sayaka's wrist was broken with the fake sword is because when you look at her wrist, there's no doubt. There's gold.
Shoot!
Ah, shit! Wrong one. Okay, well, let's... There was gold on it.
I got it! All you have to do is take a good look at her broken wrist, and it should become pretty clear. Right there where her wrist is all swollen. There's something glittery there. See?
Is that gold?
It sure is. Specifically, the gold coating from the replica sword. You barely have to touch that stuff, and it'll stick right to you. And there's some on her wrist because...
I got it! Because she got hit with the sword! Right there on her wrist!
I see. And so the truth draws ever closer.
All right, then it's about time to solve this mystery.
What happened in my room? And what led to Sayaka's death? That's what we need to make clear. There's a bit more to learn about non-stop debates. Would you like to hear more? Absolutely! I'm already running over my normal time, but we want to finish this. Starting with the next debate, I'll start loading multiple truth bullets into your truth cylinder. It's just like with the weak spots, only one of those bullets can actually refute the proper statement. In other words, from here on out, you'll have to combine the right truth bullets with the right weak spots to refute each statement. If you come up with the wrong combination, you'll take damage to your influence gauge. You can press the LB button to rotate the cylinder and choose which bullet to fire. Press and release the L button to cycle through each bullet. Or you can hold down the LB and just use the left stick to select... Oh, okay. By the way, if the logic difficulty is set to kind, fewer bullets will be loaded into the cylinder. For our purposes this time, the logic will be set to mean. Well then, good luck and have fun. Mean, huh? Kitchen master.
When the fighting broke out, the culprit grabbed the sword, and that's when the first blow was dealt. A sword-based sneak attack.
No, fuck, wrong one.
Shoot!
I am so bad at this.
When the fighting broke out, the culprit grabbed the sword, and that's when the first blow was dealt. A sword-based sneak attack.
No, it's wrong.
Cheat.
Actually, no. I don't think the fight started with the sword.
Why not?
Because the sword's sheath had been scratched. See? There's a gash in it. Like someone cut into it with something sharp.
Something sharp? You mean like the kitchen knife? That was the only sharp thing found at the scene.
Stop jumping ahead. Slow down and explain it so I get what the hell's going on.
If the sword was used first, there wouldn't be any explanation for the scratch on the sheath. If you were going to attack with the sword, you'd take it out of the sheath first, right?
Well, unless I wasn't trying to cut him, I was just trying to, like, bludgeon him to death. Yeah, probably. I would probably just whack him with the sword real quick.
That's true. With the sheath on, it'd be heavy and bulky and useless as shit.
Okay, so how did the sheath get damaged?
If they got attacked with the kitchen knife, maybe they grabbed the sword as a defensive impulse. In that situation, there wouldn't be any time to actually unsheath the sword.
So you're saying the sword was initially used to defend against an attack from the knife?
Which means whoever had the kitchen knife was the one who attacked first.
I knew it. I knew Sayaka was the one who attacked.
I think I get it. So here's how it all played out. The culprit came in, found the kitchen knife hidden there somewhere. Then they took the knife and attacked Sayaka before she knew what was happening. So she grabbed the sword to defend herself. But then the culprit took that from her too.
And ran inside the bathroom. That's what happened.
Then, after they broke her wrist with the sword, they took the knife and finished it.
Sorry, but I don't think Sayaka used the sword to defend herself.
What? How the hell can you not think that?
Because she never held the sword at all. There's a certain part of her body that makes this clear.
I got it! You're talking about her palms, right? The palms of her hands were perfectly clean. So I don't think she ever picked up the sword.
How can you know that just by looking at her palms?
Like I said before, the gold coating on that sword comes right off. All you have to do is touch it. In fact, if you look, you'll notice that a lot of the gold has already come off the handle. It's safe to assume that's because whoever used the sword got some of it on their hands. There's really no way she could have picked it up and come away completely clean.
Maybe she washed her hands after she escaped into the bathroom.
Sorry, but I don't think so.
Why do you say that? Is it because you think I'm ugly?
I do.
No, that's not it at all.
Don't lie, you know it is. There's no way Sayaka washed the gold coating off her hands because there's a certain regulation that talks about what happens to the bathroom.
I got it! According to the Monokuma file, Sayaka's time of death was around 1:30 a.m. In other words, at nighttime. And the water in the bathroom shuts off at nighttime, right?
Oh, I didn't know that. Actually, I haven't taken a shower here yet. You're no different. You smell like a big, fat, ugly donkey.
I'm not sure whether to take that as an insult or a compliment.
Insult, obviously.
So anyway, if Sayaka never touched the sword, then that means
that Sayaka was intending to kill
the
him.
killer is the only one who used the sword. But hold on. If that's right, then the one who damaged the sheath with the kitchen knife was...
I got it! Sayaka? She had the kitchen knife?
But we already said that the attack started with...
The person with the knife attacked first, and the sword was used as an impromptu defense.
Then the one who attacked first was...
Sayaka?
Now do you understand? She wasn't a blameless victim in this.
No, far from it. It's almost as if she'd been planning to commit a murder of her own.
What? And it was probably the video that pushed her to that edge.
She took the knife from the kitchen, then invited the culprit to the room she was staying in. And if it's true that she had the kitchen knife and attacked without provocation...
Indeed. These are all the actions of an assailant.
Which brings up another point. Makoto, Sayaka was the one who suggested you two switch rooms, correct? Maybe the reason she wanted to switch rooms was so that she could pin the crime on you. That is a possibility, is it not?
Sayaka wanted to... on me?
Damn.
That would also explain why she would switch the nameplates. She wanted to get whoever she had targeted to come to Makoto's room where she was staying. And by committing the murder there, instead of her room, that would implicate Makoto. But for that to work, the target had to be lured out while still keeping the room swap a secret. If the target knew she had switched rooms, they would have become suspicious right away.
So all that's why she switched the names?
But doesn't that plan seem a little risky? For one thing, even if her plan worked, Mr. Naegi would just tell everyone they'd switched rooms.
I don't know. I'm not sure our soft-hearted Makoto is capable of that kind of cutthroat behavior.
Well, what am I, a killer or am I soft-hearted? You make up your fucking mind. You people are giving me all fucking whiplash.
I'm sure Sayaka realized the same thing, which is why out of all of us, she asked him to switch rooms.
I tuned in with the Discord Naruto and thinking once again.
she was the ultimate pop sensation. A totally forgettable kid. Or a national superstar. Who are you more likely to believe?
Wait, then you're saying she had this all planned out?
He's coming out from this two-sided conflict. Oh yeah, you know what? I kind of understand where you're getting at. I know that this is not your type of game, Wild. I'm sorry about that, man. I play for everybody.
Holy shit!
But in the end, her plan backfired. She launched her attack with the knife, then found herself under attack in turn. That must be when her wrist got broken, and she was forced to drop the knife.
The tables were suddenly turned on her, and she died at the hands of the one she'd planned to murder.
Just hold on! That can't be true! Because...
Hey! You guys have totally derailed the argument! You're being super boring right now. Come on, hurry up and decide
Hey,
who
speaking
did
of
it.
which, Monokuba just said exactly what you said.
Wouldn't it be awful if I had to punish you all just because you ran out of time?
Oh yeah, we gotta decide who we think did it.
Makoto, right now you just need to concentrate on figuring out the answer to this mystery. If we can't uncover who murdered Sayaka, it's over for all of us.
Is it really all over? Obviously, I'm committed to finding out who killed her, but what can I do? I mean, as far as clues go, there's nothing left. Make your argument. A dying message.
It's easy just to say, hey, decide who did it. But there just aren't any more clues, right? No, it's wrong. There still might be one clue left. Sayaka's dying message.
Dining? Wait, what did you say?
The dying message. She wrote something on the wall behind her, remember? 11037. Written in her own blood. There must be a clue about the killer hidden in there.
Well, before we get too far into that, I need to ask, can we really be sure that Sayaka is the one who wrote it?
Fail, the left index.
I got it! Her left index finger had blood on it. That could only be because she used that finger to write the message.
I see. She broke her right wrist during the fight, so she'd have to use her left hand to write.
Sure. I think we can all agree Sayaka wrote it. But still, what the heck do those numbers mean?
We know what it means.
Hey, Chihiro. You're a computer nerd or whatever, right? You should know all about numbers and shit.
No, that's not... Yes, I'm a programmer, but I don't see any kind of meaning in these numbers.
Of course. It's because they're not numbers.
Oh, yeah, it looks like...
Huh? What?
No, it's just... look at the numbers, assuming they're not numbers. Don't these first two, 1-1, look less like two numbers and more like one letter?
Ah, you're right. The connecting line is barely there, so I assumed it was 1-1, but looking at it now, you could also read it as an N.
Whoa, you might have finally just said something worth a shit.
Our little gray cells are really getting excited now.
But even if that really is an N, N037, doesn't make any more sense than before.
Rotate the image 180 degrees.
Oh my god. Now I see. She wrote down the killer's name.
Huh? You just shot past the clue part and right onto who did it. So, whose name did she write?
We know who fucking did it. Busted, motherfucker!
The key to solving this mystery was simply to rotate the writing 180 degrees. If you turn the message around, it becomes the letters L-E-O-N. L-E-O-N, or more accurately, Leon.
What the hell are you talking about? It's just a coincidence. It's just a bunch of random squiggles that happen to look like my name.
No, it's not random at all. She wrote that message on the wall behind her as she was leaning up against it. In that position, she couldn't move to write normally, and had to write upside down, as it were. And as a result, when you look at it standing in front of her, it ends up getting flipped. Try it for yourself if you want. Write something sitting like her, and the letters will be inverted.
That sounds like one hell of a stretch to me. I'm the killer? You can't just go and say shit like that.
If you're not the killer, then why did you try to destroy the evidence?
Huh?
You know what I'm talking about, right, Makoto? The evidence Leon tried to get rid of?
The sleeve!
I got it! You mean the burnt shirt piece I found laying on the ground by the incinerator, right?
As the killer stabbed Sayaka, they must have gotten some of her blood on them. And to dispose of the shirt covered in the victim's blood, they threw it into the incinerator.
But one piece burned off and got left behind.
And the killer didn't notice. If they had, they most certainly would have panicked. Isn't that right, Leon?
But is one scrap of fabric enough to conclude that Leon is guilty?
Yeah, I mean, Leon's not the only one wearing a white button-up.
That's right. There are plenty of other people here with shirts like mine. With just that one little charred piece, there's no way you can say for sure who it belongs to.
You're right. That alone isn't enough. But there are some other points that may reveal the truth.
Are you finally starting to understand? The answers to all the riddles are right here.
Yeah, I think so.
There's something about it we need to pay attention to in order to figure out who's responsible. When it was disposed of. The time the shirt was destroyed, if we focus on that, the killer will become clear. What do you mean, the time it was destroyed? You really have evidence? I don't think you do.
Shoot!
Ah! No! But the time
I got it!
How it was.
If you look closely at how the shirt was disposed of, we should be able to figure out who the killer is.
Oh yeah, that's a good point. I think I know what you're gonna say. You can't reach the incinerator without opening the gate in front of the trash room, right? And obviously, you wouldn't be able to hit the switch to turn it on either. You'd need the key to get in, and the one with the key was the person on cleaning duty. So the killer had to be whoever was in charge of taking care of the trash, right?
Interesting.
Oh! No, that's wrong. There's another way to use the incinerator without being the one on cleaning. And that's exactly what proves that Leon is a real killer. What? I didn't even find that out. Alright, the shattered crystal ball.
The key to the trash room. Whoever was on cleaning duty must have had it, right?
So the only one who could get to the incinerator was the person in charge of the trash?
And you'd have to get close to the incinerator
in order to destroy the evidence.
Which means the only possible suspect is whoever had the trash room key.
Okay, so the person who would have had the trash room key was... Huh? Me? No!
There's absolutely a way to use the incinerator without using the trash room key. The killer was able to turn the incinerator by using something I found on the ground nearby.
The key to the trash room.
Whoever
was on cleaning duty must have had it, right?
So the only one who could get to the incinerator was the person in charge of the trash?
And you'd have to get close to the incinerator in order to...
No, that's wrong.
I'm learning shit as I'm playing.
Hold on. I think I know how someone could dispose of the evidence without using the trash room key.
But if you can't get past the gate, you couldn't possibly turn on the incinerator, could you?
Yes, you could. If you used this.
What is it, some kind of glass ball? It's busted to hell.
Actually, it was supposed to be a crystal ball, but,
But how would you use it?
I got it! The killer simply took aim at the incinerator switch and threw the ball through a gap in the gate. All they had to do was hit that switch, and the incinerator would come to life.
Someone through a gap in the gate?
Remember what you said before, Hifumi?
Huh? Someone turned the incinerator on! Very strange. I'm certain it was off last time I was down here.
Perhaps it was the work of a fairy.
Hifumi had the key, so the only way the incinerator could have been turned on without his knowledge was because the killer was able to hit the switch without opening the gate. Once they got the incinerator going, all they had to do was ball up the shirt and toss it in.
Hey, come on! What the hell is this?
All you have to do is look at the scene to know that the killer never actually went inside the trash room. The shards of broken glass, the incinerator left running, the piece of shirt that escaped the fire. If the killer had been on cleaning duty, the evidence would have been taken care of much more thoroughly.
Wait, no, just hold on.
But the distance from the gate to the incinerator has to be at least 30 feet, right?
Yeah.
The pinpoint accuracy you'd need to throw a glass ball that far and hit something
You'd
that
have to
small.
be a baseball player.
Could someone really do that?
That's right. There's no way. It'd be impossible.
Difficult, absolutely. Impossible? I don't think so. Because the killer is... I got it!
He's the
Because
ultimate.
the killer is the ultimate baseball star. Isn't that right, Leon?
Do you have any idea how stupid you sound right now?
A target 30 feet away would surely be little challenge for the ultimate baseball star.
You can't be serious. I'm not the killer! These goddamn shipper brains have got it all wrong, I'm telling you!
You still won't admit it? Okay then, Makoto. Go ahead and review the incident one more time to make his crime perfectly clear. And with that, we can end this.
Listen to me! What the hell do you mean, end this?
Say what you want, Leon. But all the questions have been answered, and the truth has been revealed. Now here's what happened.
The closing argument is about to begin. Would you like to hear? Absolutely. I don't know what the fuck is going on. It's just going, it's moving on without me even having to do anything. Every case has one last element to bring the class trial to an end. And this is the closing argument. In this phrase, you will give a complete summary of the case. You'll have to reproduce the flow of events for the case in a form of a comic book. However, you'll notice that in the comic, there are a number of pieces missing. It's up to you to complete the comic using the provided truth panels. Also, if you take aim at a missing section and press the A button, holy cow, you get a hint that might lead to a breakthrough. Well then, good luck and have fun. Sure, I don't know what the fuck. Alright, so... So, what was this? Oh, wait. I guess. I don't know if I'm doing it right or not. Wax the wrist. She drops the knife. I gotta remember, you gotta read these comics backwards. Hold on. So that works. There we go. There's something weird about this. Okay, she dropped it. There's something weird about this. Dang, streamer, how you liking this? I'm enjoying the hell out of it. I love this game. This is great. I'm trying to figure out how this would work. So Japanese comics are usually right to left. It's not left to right like normal. So I have to know that before I go further. Okay. He looks. He opens. Goes in. She's ready. And he stabs. I think that's right. She drops. No, there's something wrong with it. There's something missing. She's looking. He is trying to get to the door, right? That's not right either. What goes there? Let's move ahead and see. I'm not left with a lot of choices here. This. But there's still that one piece missing. That's throwing me off. I wish I read more comics more often. Okay, so the shirt would be here. Through it. Through that. Okay, now what's next? Reenact.
The killer is you! I think I'd better take one more look back at the case from the beginning. Last night, the killer went to the room Sayaka was in. In other words, my room. From what we can tell, Sayaka invited that person there intending to kill them. She attacked them with the knife she'd taken from the kitchen earlier.
Yes!
But then something happened that she wasn't prepared for. They grabbed the fake sword I put in my room and fought back. During the struggle, a strike from the sword broke Sayaka's right wrist.
I didn't lay out my reasoning. I need to rearrange the case of events. Damn it!
Here's exactly what happened.
Okay.
During the struggle, a strike from the sword broke Sayaka's right wrist. And that's when she lost her grip on the kitchen knife. Finding herself cornered, Sayaka panicked and ran into the bathroom. The killer went after her, but couldn't get the bathroom door open. What they didn't know was that my bathroom door got stuck easily, and there was a trick to opening it. Sayaka knew about that because I told her, but of course the killer had no way of knowing. So instead, the killer forced the door open, took the kitchen knife, and stabbed Sayaka. But with what strength she had remaining, Sayaka left a dying message. To keep the killer from noticing, she wrote it on the wall behind her. And with that, all her strength was gone. With Sayaka dead, the killer quickly began destroying the evidence. First, they took off their shirt, which was covered in their victim's blood. Then they took the lint roller in my room and cleaned up the entire area. They wanted to make sure they got rid of any trace they'd ever been there. Afterwards, the killer headed to the trash room to destroy their bloody shirt. They tried to burn the shirt using the incinerator there, but the trash room was blocked off by an especially sturdy gate, preventing access to the incinerator. So they came up with a plan to use Hiro's crystal ball, which he'd left in the laundry room. The killer managed to throw the ball through the gap in the gate and hit the incinerator switch.
I have to say, that's a fucking skill to be able to do that. Just say it. Just throwing that out there. That's crazy.
For any normal person, that'd be an impossible throw. But the killer had the confidence to take a shot. And that's because the killer was the ultimate baseball star. The crystal ball, thrown with absolute precision, hit the switch on the incinerator, which then quickly roared to life. Having destroyed the final piece of evidence, they left the area with, I imagine, a sigh of relief. But there was one thing they missed. Part of the shirt they'd thrown into the fire burnt away and fell out of the incinerator. The killer didn't notice this, and so left behind a piece of indisputable evidence. Isn't that right, Leon?
Complete! Woo! I had some bumps, but I finally did it. Woo!
Simply forgot his crystal ball in the laundry room. You went there to try and wash the blood out of your shirt, and that's where you saw it, right? Seeing the ball, you thought of a way to take care of everything.
Damn right he did.
So, Leon, do you object to anything that's been said?
Do I object? Hell yes, I object! Of course I do! I object! I object! I object! I mean, all of this is just a bunch of stupid theories. You need evidence. Where's the evidence? Without evidence, it's all bullshit. It's bullshit, and I refuse to acknowledge it.
Well then, I guess this is as good a time as any to present the evidence that proves you did it. Makoto, I believe you're in possession of that evidence.
I have the evidence? Absolutely. Sometimes during a class trial, your opponent simply won't want to hear what you have to say. When this happens, you'll engage them in a head-to-head battle. We like to refer to this as the bullet time battle, aka the BTW, by the way. During the BTB, you want to destroy your opponent's statements with in time with the rhythm. Oh, I'm not good at this, alright? Oh no! Alright guys, I guess this is time's up for me. I have to walk my dog, which is super important. So I'm going to let you guys go. And we will continue this on a later date. Don't worry, I will do my best to preserve the save as best as I can. I might jump back on after to continue the stream, which I've never done before. But I kind of can't save right now. Rest in peace to those that died. Thanks, Moo Goblin. But thanks for coming by. You guys are great. I'm glad that you guys stayed by and chilled with me. I'm sorry I didn't do a lot of voice acting, but they were doing most of it for me this time. But hopefully we'll get to enjoy this another time, and I'll see you later. Don't forget to follow and subscribe if you like what you see, and check out my Discord, where you can contact me at any time, whether I'm busy or not, because it's on my cell phone. So you can just say hey and pop in and say hi. And if you have any suggestions for games on random game weekends, let me know, and I will pop that on if possible, if I have the game or if it's cheap enough for me to go ahead and grab it. Anyways, guys, bye!